The labyrinth, the womb, the tomb, and the dance of return. On civilization as initiation, wandering, and the refusal to be reborn. The Cretan labyrinth, dancing ground, this cave is a grave, the womb a tomb. For man has closed himself up, till he sees all things through narrow chinks of his cavern. The labyrinth of the world, and the paradise of the heart. The labyrinth is not a prison, but a choreography. Every wandering is a dance of initiation, a pattern of exile and return. The civilization begins as a dance around the wound. The dance of life is the movement of soul tracing their own imprisonment. The exodus is initiation, the wandering is womb travel. Israel is the desert, Aeneas fleeing Troy. The Puritans crossing the Atlantic, all are sons seeking a new mother. Every new world is a new womb. Troy reborn as New Troy, England reborn as New England. The journey outward conceals the movement inward. To wander is to circle the mother, to inscribe her labyrinth in geography. The Chiringa carved with concentric rings and the infant's map of the mother's body. The initiate who carries the maze carries the mother within him. The spiral is not escape, but return. A cord binding sun to source. They always stay where they were born. The mythic truth of psychological geography. The labyrinth is maternal. It is internal interiority, made ritual. Every city is a tomb built to resemble a womb. The beehive tomb, the treasury, the palace, the house, all repeat the architecture of the dead mother. The hearth is the grave of the ancestors, the fire their afterbirth. The metropolis is the necropolis, the living hive built atop the buried hive. The dream of civilization is a circulation of ghosts in elementary canals. This cave is a grave, this womb is tomb. Birth and burial are one motion seen from opposite directions. The unborn and the dead share one address. The underworld is prenatal space, the dead are unborn souls rehearsing life. To live is to die within the mother's eternal digestion. The labyrinth is the test of rebirth. The soul must restore the pattern of the path to escape being devoured by the mother's monster. The maze before the cave is the syntax of memory. Only those who recall their steps may live again. Every initiation repeats the test. Knowledge of the pattern redeems the flesh. To walk the labyrinth correctly is to know the grammar of return. The labyrinth is also a tree, branching, serpentine, coiling. The tree of knowledge is the vertical labyrinth of matter. Wisdom as wandering downward. Serpentine wisdom pursues matter through its infinite divisions. The spiral of knowing is the descent into multiplicity. The tree's roots are in Hades, its fruits hang in Eden. Every labyrinth ends in serpent eating its own tail. The labyrinth is internal, the self as shell, the ego as enclosure. Shellfishness of selfishness. Each self is a mollusk dreaming of emergence. The cave of consciousness is a mundane shell, the hardened shadow of imagination. Man's cosmos is the calcified placenta of his own birth refusal. To be born is to shatter the geometry of the shell. My life is the hesitation before birth. The natural man is embryonic, a seed that fears germination. The cosmos is an egg that mistakes its shell for eternity. The soul's terror of birth is its clinging to form, matter refusing metamorphosis. Salvation begins when the embryo dares to hatch. We are all still seeds dreaming of light. Most die unhatched, trapped within the starlit cavern of their fallen mind. Some break the husk and rise, imagination sprouting into flight. The firmament is the shell of the cosmic egg. Through it the soul bursts into vision. To hatch is to die to matter and awaken as the imagination of the world. Birth and ascent from the mundane shell to the celestial egg, on the metaphysics of imagination, on the shattering of the cosmic womb and the resurrection of vision. Embryos we must be till we burst the shell. The egg is the image of the universe, the yolk, the sun. The imagination is not a state, it is the human existence itself. The cosmos is a closed womb that dreams of hatching itself. To be born is to remember what the stars have forgotten. The universe is an egg, not an empire. The heavens are the firm shell of the cosmic embryo enclosing divine potential. Creation is incubation, the slow ripening of consciousness within matter. All being is prenatal. Even stars are fetal lights suspended in amniotic darkness. The apocalypse is not destruction but hatching, the bursting of the shell of time. The soul is a seed sealed in the soil of sensation. The body is the husk, the soul must soften, not shatter through warmth of imagination. Thought is the germinating heat of being, eros within intellect. Fear is frost, faith, photosynthesis. The eternal man is the plant that flowers beyond death. The mundane shell is the cosmic placenta, a hardened sphere of deferred birth. It is the sphere of appearances, the crust of habit, the transparency of sleep. Beneath it lies the infinite womb, imagination unfallen, luminous and fluid. Every perception through the mundane shell is refracted through opacity. The narrow chinks of the cavern, the shattering of the shell is the apocalypse of the senses. Night is the mother of all light. Her darkness is not absence but gestation, the matrix of the new suns. To dwell in darkness consciously is to return to the maternal cave as initiates, not infants. The underworld is the school of rebirth. Every descent is preparatory to illumination. He who descends with eyes open rises with wings. Birth is the bodily theology, the suffering of spirit through matter. The contractions of the cosmos are epochs of becoming. Civilizations are labor pains of the eternal mother. Every crisis in history is a dilation of consciousness. When the pain of enclosure exceeds the fear of light, the soul breaks the shell. The resurrection of the body is the reanimation of the imagination. The birth is the emblem of the hatching mind. Wings are symbols of released inward tension, the conversion of weight into rhythm. The bird's flight is the ascent of the imagination through the rent veil of matter. To fly is to recall the motion of the womb. The spiral of reinterpretation is freedom. Poetry is the flight of the embryonic word into open air. To imagine is to be reborn before death. Every act of imagination cracks the mundane shell. Art is the midwife of creation. Its contractions are the rhythms of apocalypse. The poet is an obstetrician of eternity. He assists in the birth of the real. To see imaginatively is to awaken from the womb of habit into the infinite transparency of being. Birth and death are two phases of one metabolism. Inspiration and expiration of the divine body. The fetus and the corpse are mirrors. The difference is consciousness. To die rightly is to reverse conception. To be reborn upward into the luminous egg of the stars. The grave is the inverse womb, the earth preparing its second harvest. The eternal life is a life that knows its deaths as births. Beyond the shell lies the luminous yolk, the fiery heart of being. The egg is the synthesis of opposites, enclosure and expansion, gravity and flight. The cosmos dreams of cracking itself open into consciousness. Man's imagination is the beak of that breaking. The bird that emerges is God, remembering herself as joy. The next creation will be born, not built. Technology must remember its embryology. Circuits as nerves, energy as milk. The new civilization will hatch from within the old, not through revolution but metamorphosis. The imagination is the evolutionary organ of rebirth, and when the shell dissolves at last, the cosmos will wake as a single breathing egg, its membrane luminous, its center everywhere.